You can begin to come into your seated position or Sukhasana with the legs crossed at the ankle. You can place your hands on your knees or on your thighs, whatever's more comfortable for you. And just sitting nice and tall here in your seat. Sit bones grounding down into the mat. Crown of the head lengthening up towards the ceiling. Shoulders rolling back. And from here, we'll take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale out. Second deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath in, really expanding through the belly, expanding through the chest, expanding everything. And then just sigh it out through the mouth. From here, you can start to bring your hands to heart center. Palms in Anjali Mudra. And gently bow your head to your hands to begin the practice. Allow the hands to float down into your lap. Start to flutter the eyes open, gazing down. And then from here, floating the crown of the head back up. On your next breath in, circle both arms up, reaching through the fingers. Arms are parallel, shoulders relaxed. Inhale. On your exhalation, we're going to take a twist over to the right. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale for 2. Let's reach those arms back up. Inhale. On your exhalation, let's take a twist over to the left. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale for 2. We'll come back through center. We're going to begin to come onto hands and knees, shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips stacked over the knees, tops of the feet flat on the mat. And then from here, we're going to begin to tuck the right toes under and slide that right foot back, picking the back knee up off the mat. We'll begin to shift the weight of our body forwards and backwards, just stretching out through the back of that right leg. And then the next time you reach back through that right heel, go ahead and pick that right foot up off the mat. You're going to keep that right foot flexed. Point the right toes at the left foot. And then from here, with the fingers spread nice and wide on that right hand, you're going to reach that left arm forward, thumb pointing up towards the ceiling. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Belly button tucking in towards the spine. Exhale for 2. One more breath here. And then on your exhalation, lower the right shin back down to meet the left. Open that left arm out to the left, opening through the chest, stacking the shoulders. And then on your exhale, left arm is going to thread through the right side of the body, shoulder and ear to the mat. Now you have some options with that right hand. You can keep it where it is, or if you'd like, you can extend that right arm forward, coming onto the pads of your fingers to get more space in that right shoulder, or you can even take that right hand to your low back. Perhaps it can climb all the way around to the left thigh. Keep breathing. And then on your next breath, we're going to bring that right hand back in front of our face. Press into it, reach that left arm back up towards the ceiling, opening through the chest, stacking through the shoulders. And then on your exhalation, left hand comes back down and meets the right. Let's do the other side. You can start to tuck your left toes under now. Slide that left foot back. And start to shift the weight of the body forwards and backwards, doing little pulses through that left heel. Anything that's going to give you that stretch in the back of that left leg. And then from here, you're going to start to reach that left foot up off the mat, keeping that left foot flexed. You can point that right arm forward, thumb pointing up towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. And exhale. You can start to bring that left shin back down to meet the right. Right arm opens out to the right, opening through the chest, stacking through the shoulders. And then on your next exhalation, right arm threads through the left side of the body, shoulder and ear to the mat. Keep breathing. One more breath here. And then from here, wherever that left hand is, we're going to place it back in front of the face. Press into it, reach that right arm back up towards the ceiling, opening through the chest, stacking through the shoulders. And then from here, right hand comes back down and meets the left. So we're back in our table, and we're just going to start to move through cat-cow from here. With every inhalation, you're going to start to arch the spine, roll the shoulders back, opening through the chest, gazing up, opening through the throat. And then on your exhalation, you'll begin to round through the spine, chin to chest, puffing the back body out with breath. So just moving like this on your own, inhaling to arch the spine, hips up, gaze up. On every exhalation, rounding through the spine, chin to chest. And perhaps after a few rounds of cat-cow, if you want to move your spine in any other direction, you can begin to wiggle out through the hips, shake the head yes, shake the head no, anything that feels good for your spine. And then within the next 3 breaths, we're going to make our way into our first downward facing dog. And then once you find your downward facing dog, you will continue to move, pedaling through the knees, again, shaking the head yes or no. Maybe swaying your heels from side to side. This time is really about you and your practice, however your body is feeling. Downward dog is really the most effective pose in yoga. So just allowing it to fully benefit you and your body in this moment, how your body is feeling right now. On your next breath in, let's bend both knees, send the belly back towards the thighs, really pressing away from the mat. And then on your exhalation, we're going to shift forward to a plank pose. So the shoulders are going to stack over the wrists, fingers spread wide, and we're really reaching through the heels. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, belly presses back towards the thighs, getting that stretch in between the shoulders. And then on your exhalation, shift forward, finding that plank pose. Last time, inhale, belly to thighs, pressing away from the mat with your hands. And on your exhalation, shifting forward, finding that plank pose. Let's take a deep breath here in plank. And then on your exhalation, gently drop your knees to the mat, chest and chin. Keep those elbows right by the rib cage as you lower. Inhale to slide forward into your low cobra. Relax your shoulders back of the neck is long. And then on your exhalation, tucking your toes under, pressing back into your downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath here in downward dog. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg will reach back. And then on your exhalation, bend through the knee, open that right hip. Let's circle that right knee 3 times one way. 3 times the other way. And then from here, square your hips off, straighten that right leg back. As you exhale, let's place that right foot to the outside of that right hand. We're going to keep the left hand down on the mat, peel the right arm up, taking a twist. Deep breath in. And then on your exhalation, right hand is going to come back down to the inside of that right foot. Right foot steps back to downward facing dog. On your next breath in, shift forward, find your plank pose. And then as you exhale, knees to the mat, chest and chin lower down. Inhale to slide forward into that low cobra. And then on your exhalation, tucking the toes, pressing back, hips to heels, into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. On your next breath in, the left leg reaches back. As you exhale, bend through the knee, open that left hip. Let's circle that left knee 3 times one way. 3 times the other way. From here, square your hips off, straighten that left leg back. As you exhale, left foot to the outside of that left hand. We're going to keep our right hand down. Peel the left arm up, taking that twist. Inhale. Exhale. You can start to bring that left hand back down to the outside of that left foot. Left foot steps back into downward facing dog. From here, shifting forward, finding your plank pose. On your exhalation, lowering down, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, finding low cobra. And then on your exhalation, pressing back into your downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. This time on your next breath in, we're going to walk our feet in between our hands. And on your exhalation, just finding a forward fold at the front of the mat. You can grab opposite elbows, let the head hang, let the torso sway. Hips high, head low. Having that little bit of a bend in the knees is going to help to release the spine a little bit more. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Second time, deep breath in. And on your exhalation, release the arms and just give yourself a little shake, little sway. On your next breath in, find a flat back. Draw the shoulder blades towards the spine. As you exhale, folding forward, release the head, release the arms. Let's straighten our right leg. Keep the left knee bent. We're going to bring our left hand to our right shin or right thigh, and then peel the right arm up, taking a twist to the right, opening through the chest. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, find your flat back. As you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, straighten your left leg, right hand to left shin, left arm peels up. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, we're going to circle our arms out and up. Find that high prayer. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to float through heart center and back by your side. All right, from here, we're going to circle our arms back out and up into our high prayer. This time, interlace your fingers, point the index fingers up and cross the thumbs. Deep breath in to lengthen. And then on your exhalation, we're lengthening to the right. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Really stretching, lengthening through the side body. And exhale for 2. Inhale, come back through center and lengthen some more. And then on your exhalation, we're going to lengthen over to the left. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. And exhale for 2. Inhale, come back through center. We're going to bring our palms together in prayer once again. Lengthen a little more. Open through the chest. And then on your exhalation, we're going to fold over the legs, release the head, release the arms. Inhale, let's find that flat back. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, step it back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, let's shift forward, find your plank pose. And then this time on your exhalation, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, your choice to lower down. Inhale, finding upward facing dog or low cobra. And then on your exhalation, downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Moving through a variation of our Surya Namaskar series with twists. On your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, low lunge. On your next breath in, you're going to rise up to a high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to float through heart center. Take a twist over to the right, hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, come back through center. Reach the arms back up. And then on your exhale, hands are going to float down to the mat. Left foot meets the right, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle those arms out and up, high prayer. And then on your exhalation, hands float through heart center and then back by your side. Inhale, high prayer. Exhale to dive over the legs. Flat back on your inhale. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat. You can step back to plank pose, moving through your vinyasa any way you wish. And then we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And then on your next breath in, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, finding that low lunge. Inhale, rise up, find your high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to float through heart center, and then we're going to twist over to the left, hooking right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, come back through center, reach up through those arms. On your exhalation, hands float back down to the mat. Right foot meets the left, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle your arms out and up into your high prayer. And then as you exhale, hands float through heart center and then back by your side. Inhale, high prayer. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And then as you exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to plank pose or hop it back with bent elbows if that's in your practice, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg reaches back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale to rise up. Find that high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to float through heart center. You're going to start to twist over to your right, hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Now look down at the right foot. And then we're going to bring that left foot to meet the right as best you can, finding a chair twist. Knees together. Inhale, let's find chair pose through center. Reach those arms up, sink those hips, lift the chest. And on your exhalation, folding forward over the legs, shake it out. Inhale, find your flat back. Your feet should be hip distance once again here. And then on your exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to plank pose, moving through your vinyasa any way you wish. Deep breath in your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. On your next breath in, left leg will reach back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, finding that high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands float through heart center. We're going to take a twist over to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale. Now look down at that left foot. And then gently bring that right foot to meet the left, chair twist. Inhale, let's find chair through center. Sink through those hips, reach those arms up, open through the chest. As you exhale, folding forward over the legs, shake it out, feet hip distance. Inhale, find a flat back. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, step it back or hop it back, moving through your vinyasa. We're going to take 3 breaths when we get back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath here. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg reaches back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale to rise up, finding that high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands float through heart center. Let's take a twist over to the right, hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Deep breath in. Exhale. And then inhale, come back to your high lunge. Reach those arms up. And then as you exhale, left heel to the mat, right arm forward, left arm back, warrior 2 for 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. One more breath here. On your exhalation, flip that right palm up, reverse your warrior. Keep the bend in the front knee. Inhale. And then as you exhale, hands are going to come back down to the mat. Step it back to plank pose and move through your vinyasa. Deep breath in. Exhale out. On your next breath in, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, find that high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to float through heart center. Take a twist over to the left. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center, high lunge. And then as you exhale, right heel spins down to the mat, left arm forward, right arm back, warrior 2. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. Last breath here. And on your exhalation, flip that left palm up, reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to your plank pose, moving through your vinyasa. Deep breath in your downward facing dog. And exhale. Adding on. On your next breath in, right leg reaches back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, finding that high lunge. And then as you exhale, hands float through heart center. Take a twist over to the right, hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale. Exhale. And then from here, come back into your high lunge. Reach those arms up. As you exhale, left heel to the mat, right arm forward, left arm back, warrior 2. All right, from your warrior 2, let's straighten through the right leg. We're going to send that left hip back. Reach forward. Right hand is going to come down either to your shin or a block. Maybe it floats. Left arm lengthens up towards the ceiling. From here, let's take that left arm, reach it up and over the ear. And then we're going to have that right arm meet it. So like you're holding a big beach ball in front of you. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Keep wrapping that left hip over the right. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. On your exhalation, we're going to start to transition into our half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. You can bring that right hand to a block or to the mat. Left hand might come to your left hip as you find your stability in your half moon pose. 3 breaths here. Flexing through that left foot. Left hip stacked on top of the right. Maybe reaching that left arm up. 1 more breath. From here, gently bend through the right knee. We're going to land back in our Warrior 2. From our Warrior 2, straighten the right leg again. You're going to flip that right palm up. Reverse your triangle pose. And then on your exhalation, rebend that right knee, reverse warrior. And then we're going to start to bring those hands down to the mat and step back to plank pose. All right, from plank pose, fingers spread nice and wide to support your wrists. Heels reaching back. Let's bring our heels over to the right. Back through center. Heels to the left. Back through center. 1 more time. Heels to the right. Back through center. Heels to the left. Back through center. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, move through your vinyasa of choice. Let's take 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale out. On your next breath in, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, let's rise up, finding that high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands float through heart center. Take a twist over to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And then inhale, come back through center. Reach those arms up. As you exhale, right heel to the mat, left arm forward, right arm back, Warrior 2. From your Warrior 2, begin to straighten through that left leg. Send that right hip back. Reach forward. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Let's reach those arms out to the beach ball. For 2. 1 more breath here. And then as you exhale, we're going to transition into our half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. 3 more breaths on your own. Last breath here. From here, gentle bend in the left knee as we transition back into our Warrior 2. Now from our Warrior 2, straighten through that left leg, flip that left palm up, reverse triangle. And then from reverse triangle, we're transitioning into reverse warrior, bending through that left knee. Hands are going to come back down to the mat. We're stepping back to plank pose. Inhale, heels to the right. Back through center, exhale. Heels to the left. Back through center. 1 more time, heels to the right. Back through center. Heels to the left. Back through center. 1 more breath here. And on your exhalation, move through your vinyasa, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Last breath here. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, finding that high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to float through heart center. Take a twist over to the right. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center, high lunge. And then from here, left heel to the mat, right arm forward, left arm back, warrior two. From your warrior two, let's flip that right palm up, reverse your warrior. And then on your exhalation, we're going to come into side angle. So you can bring your forearm to the thigh. Left arm is going to reach up and over the ear. Now, if you'd like, you can also bring that right hand down to the mat or to a block instead. And if your forearm is on your thigh, just make sure that you're still lengthening through the neck. Roll that right shoulder back so you're not collapsing into the shoulder. One more breath here. From here, whichever variation of your side angle that you're in, we're going to start to transition into either a bind or a partial bind. So the partial bind would mean you're going to take that left hand to the low back and then just really open up through that left shoulder, opening the chest up towards the ceiling. Now, if the shoulders allow, you might come into the full bind. That would mean you're threading that right hand to the inside of that right thigh until it comes behind you and you can clap the hands behind you. 3 breaths here. One more breath. And then from whichever variation of the bind you're in, we're going to come back into warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. From our warrior two, flip that right palm up again, reverse your warrior. And then on your exhalation, hands are going to come down to the mat, step it back to downward facing dog. All right, from our downward facing dog, you're going to gently place the right forearm to the mat and then that left forearm to the mat. Now we're in our dolphin pose. Elbows should be parallel, aligned with the wrists. From our dolphin, we're going to shift forward to dolphin plank. So now our shoulders are going to stack over the elbows. Hips are low, reaching through the heels. Let's drop the heels over to the right, back through center, heels to the left. Back through center, heels to the right, back through center, heels to the left, back through center. One more breath. From here, right hand to the mat, left hand to the mat. We're back in plank pose. And then from your plank pose, move through your vinyasa, meeting back in downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath here. And exhale. All right, last side of standing poses. Here we go. Inhale, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale to reach those arms up, finding your high lunge. And then as you exhale, hands are going to float through heart center. And then we're going to take a twist over to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, come back through center, high lunge. And then as you exhale, we're opening up to warrior two. From your warrior two, flip that left palm up, reverse your warrior. And then on your exhalation, side angle pose. So we'll spend a little bit of time here in this first variation, either with the forearm on your thigh or that left hand down to a block or to the mat on the outside of that left knee. Left knee is in line with the ankle. Keep breathing. And then from here, we're going to start to come into whichever variation of the bind that you choose to do. 3 more breaths. One more breath here. And then from here, we're going to start to gently make our way back into warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. From our warrior two, flip that left palm up, reverse your warrior. And then on your exhalation, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat, step it back into your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're going to start to gently bring the left forearm down to the mat, right forearm down to the mat. From our dolphin plank, wiggle out through those heels, shoulder stack over the wrists, or over the elbows, excuse me. Going to bring our heels over to the right, back through center, heels to the left, back through center. One more time, heels to the right, back through center, heels to the left, back through center. One more breath. From your dolphin plank, we're going to start to bring our left hand to the mat, right hand to the mat, and then from here, move through your vinyasa. 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath here. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So you'll place that right foot behind the left wrist. Right knee is going to land behind the right wrist. You can gently drop your back knee down to the mat. Top of the foot comes down to the mat. Now, if you need any support for that right hip, you can always place a block or a blanket underneath it. You're going to start to walk your hands forward if you haven't already, melting the chest down towards the mat, melting your forehead down to the mat, shoulders relaxing towards the mat. You're going to be here for about a minute. Just allow yourself to breathe. One more breath here. And then from here, you can begin to rise up, walking your hands by your hips. Now, if you have anything underneath the right hip, now's a good time to remove it. We're going to start to swing that back leg around, placing that left foot to the outside of the right knee. Interlace both hands around the right knee, sit nice and tall. Inhale. And then from here, we're going to start to reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Big old half circle with that right hand behind you. You're going to take that left arm, reach it up, and then hook that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale for 2. Inhale, come back through center. And then on your exhalation, just a little counter twist to the left. Drop your chin towards your chest, nice and heavy. We'll come back through center. You can start to place the hands back in front of you on the mat. Unwind the legs, gently making your way back into your downward facing dog. Now, once you get back into downward dog, take a moment, pedal out through the knees, stretch out your hips. If you'd like, maybe you want to even open that right hip up again. If you chose to open your hip, maybe you even flip your dog. And then from here, wherever you're at, we're going to start to move through a vinyasa, and then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. On your next breath in, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, pigeon pose on the left side. Taking your time here to get into your pigeon. And then from here, we'll spend about a minute. One more breath. And then from here, you can start to walk the hands back up by the hips. Start to swing that right leg around now, placing that right foot to the outside of the left knee. Going to start to interlace the hands around that left knee. Sit nice and tall here. Roll the shoulders back. Reach that left arm up towards the ceiling, and then big old half circle. Place that left hand behind you. Reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to take that right elbow to the outside of that left knee. 2 breaths here in our spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath. And exhale, counter twist over to the right. Drop your chin towards your chest. And then from here, bring your hands back in front of you, coming into your downward facing dog. Taking a moment, pedaling out the knees, opening the hip, whatever you did on the other side. And then from here, you can move through your final vinyasa. And then we're going to meet in a child's pose. Now in your child's pose, you can gently rock your head from side to side. Hips sinking towards the heels. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out. From here, let's begin to rise back up. We're going to shift our hips to one side, swing the legs around. Going to bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. From here, we're going to bring our hands underneath our thighs and roll our shoulders back. Sit nice and tall, opening through the chest. Going to start to come into boat pose. So you're going to begin to gently lean back onto your low back, and then we're going to start to pick our feet up so the shins are parallel to the mat and we're pointing through the toes. From here, reach both arms up in front of you. Palms are going to face up towards the ceiling. Keep opening through the chest. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, we're going to reach that right arm back behind you, opening the chest up as much as you can to the right. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, lengthening that left arm behind you to the left. 4 more times on each side. Inhale back through center. Exhale, right arm reaches back. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left arm reaches back. Inhale back through center. Exhale, right arm reaches back. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left arm reaches back. 2 more. Inhale back through center. Inhale, right arm reaches back. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left arm reaches back. Last round. Inhale back through center. Exhale, right arm reaches back. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left arm reaches back. Inhale back through center. Maybe straighten the legs out for a moment. And then release onto your back. Awesome. So now we're going to bring our knees in towards our chest. Hands can wrap around the shins. You can start to rock and roll from side to side, massaging out the back. From here, reaching for the outer edges of the feet, you can come into your happy baby. You can stay still in your happy baby, or maybe straightening out one leg and then the other leg, maybe both at the same time. And then from here, we're going to drop our knees over to the right. Knees are going to stack on top of each other. Hips are going to scooch over to the left. Now we're going to interlace our hands at the back of the head. And from here, we're going to do 5 crunches. So allowing the elbows to be nice and relaxed here and the head resting in the hands. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, curl up for 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise for 2. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale for 5. Now we can lower. You can begin to release the hands however you'd like, to a T, to cactus arms. And you're just going to turn your head over to the left. Nice, deep, restorative twist here. Breathe. You can start to bring the knees now over to the left. Scoot your hips over to the right. Back of the head to the mat. We're going to interlace our hands to the back of the head, elbows heavy. Head is heavy in our hands. We're going to take a deep breath here. On your exhalation, curl up for 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale for 2. Inhale to lower. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale for 4. Inhale to lower. Exhale, 5. And then lower back down. Release the hands, turning your head in the opposite direction of the knees. And breathe. You can start to come back through center. And then from here, you have the option of closing your practice with an inversion. So after doing a lot of twists, very detoxifying for the body, inversions are also as well detoxifying, helping to move our lymph from our lymphatic system back towards the heart. You have the option here of doing either a shoulder stand, or if it is in your practice, you can do a headstand, or bring your legs up against the wall. Let's do shoulder stand together. So from here, with the soles of the feet to the mat, palms down on the mat, you're going to extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling. From here, pressing your hands into the mat, you're going to give your hips a little bit of a hop and then place those hands to your low back. Now from here, reach through the toes as much as you can up towards the ceiling. You're going to start to scooch those elbows underneath you as much as you can so the elbows are pointing towards the back of the mat. From here, you're going to start to press that pelvis forward and try to get those legs as straight as possible in line with the hips and the low back. Let's take 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. One more breath here. On your 5th exhalation, you can begin to lower the feet over the head, finding your plow pose. Now you have some options with plow. You can keep the legs straight, toes tucked or untucked, or you can start to bend the knees, bringing the knees around the ears. 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. Last breath here. On your exhalation, one vertebrae at a time, you're going to start to lower back down onto your back, making your way into your Shavasana. Back body is nice and heavy on the mat. Front body is light and supported by your back body. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, expanding through the belly, expanding through the chest. And on your exhalation, imagining any leftover tension releasing out from the body through the crown of your head. Now, of course, you can stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. And I always do recommend a 10-minute Shavasana, which is long enough for you to get fully released and enjoy the benefits of this asana. Thank you for joining me in your practice. If you like my videos, you can like and subscribe. You can also comment in the comment section below. Namaste.